Back now with breaking news of President Trump's pardon of Todd and Julie Chrisley. They were serving a combined 19 years in prison for tax evasion and bank fraud. They've been in prison since 2023. President Trump pardoned them today. It was the only time we actually saw President Trump today. It was a video put online by one of his staffers of him calling Savannah Chrisley, their daughter, who has been fighting on their behalf now for a pardon and spoke at the RNC. You can see her there. Savannah is with us on the phone on her way to Florida to go see her dad as he gets out of jail. Savannah, I understand that the president called you and you were walking into Sam's Club?
Yes, the president called me as I was walking into Sam's Club, and I didn't know what to do. I just ran back to my car at that point.
All right. Help me understand, because there's a lot of people who are thinking about this tonight. What was your pitch to President Trump about why your parents deserved a pardon and what you think finally got through to him?
Yeah, I mean, I have fought for the past 2.5 years for my parents to come home, and I've been fighting for their freedom. I have said from the very beginning, I believe in law and order, and if I believe that my parents were guilty of what they did, then yes, they should have gone to prison. I do not believe that even if they were guilty, the time they got was, I mean, it was absolutely insane. But I brought up in our case the huge Fourth Amendment violations, the illegal seizures, the fact that they had my father's face on a dartboard, the IRS agent lying on the stand and referring to us as the Trumps of the South, and also accusing my family of terrorism just so they could run a financial report. I mean,
and what do you think, what resonated with President Trump when he called you today? Was there some piece of the case that he said, all right, Savannah, this is why I've finally seen your view of it?
Well, he did say, he was like, you guys don't look like terrorists to me, was his exact words, which was pretty funny. But he just said that their sentences were outrageous and they were treated unfairly from everyone that he has spoken to, and that he wanted to bring my parents home and not just grant them a commutation, but he wanted to give them a full pardon.
Well, and that means that it's like it never happened. They can move on with their lives. You're 27. I met you, I think, once or twice along the way. We can hear Southwest calling calling you. So make sure you don't miss the flight. But I want to talk just for a second. One of the things I've so admired about you is that you have taken care of your younger siblings, Grayson and Chloe, through all this.
Yes.
When you shared the news with them, what was that like?
Grayson was actually with me, so he was in the car with me, and he actually spoke to the president himself, and they spoke about Grayson goes to University of Alabama, so they spoke about President Trump speaking at Alabama, and Grayson got to thank the president for bringing his parents home. Chloe, I think, is still in shock, and she doesn't want to get her hopes up because she feels like something bad's going to happen. But I'm excited to be going to get my dad and bringing him home to her. So we're excited.
So what's the plan for the next 24, 48 hours?
Well, if they don't release them tonight, then it will be tomorrow. So we are just going to get my parents home and get them acclimated back to normal life. It's going to be hard. It's been 2.5 years. And I don't think I'm mentally or emotionally prepared to see my parents see each other for the first time or hear each other's voice for the first time because it has been almost 3 years.
Wow. Any favorite foods for the homecoming meal?
We're just trying to we're just getting them home now, but their 29th wedding anniversary was actually on May 25th. So they'll have a late wedding anniversary, and we're just super excited and eternally grateful to President Trump and the administration. And I wholeheartedly believe, I went on Laura Trump's show, and I wholeheartedly believe that that helped to put things over because he watches every episode of her show. She is doing a great job on Fox, and I think that episode of her show reminded the president of my family story.
Well, Savannah, what I will say, I've known you for a long time. To have a daughter as dedicated to her parents as you have been and to their fight is something really special. I know it kept them going for the past few years. We'd love to talk to them when you guys are all together as a family, and we're going to let you get off the phone before they yell at you on that Southwest plane.
Right? I know, because we know they will. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And I appreciate just everyone within the administration. Alice Johnson was the greatest appointment that President Trump could have ever done.
All right.
She has fought tooth and nail for my family, as the pardons are, as well as countless other individuals that are seeking pardons. So I am forever grateful to her, the administration, and just everyone that stood behind us throughout this whole thing. So thank you.
Well, thank you, and your parents are lucky to have you as a daughter. Good luck and Godspeed.
Thank you. God bless.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.